So this is my Revv Tilt Overdrive pedal. I've had this for a couple weeks now. I'm really liking it. It's definitely made its way into my main pedal board in a couple ways. And I figured I'd spend a few minutes today just kind of going through what I like about it, kind of some of the settings I've landed on and how I'm using it. So let's start off with, right now I'm playing through a Victory Duchess V40 amp, going into a 2 Notes Captor X for speaker emulation. So the amp is set pretty clean. So, and I'm playing through a Fender Strat. So let's kick in the drive. So the drive, it's a nice clear tone. You know, it's not tons of gain if I crank it up all the way. This isn't a high gain pedal by any stretch of the imagination. What I tend to like to do is I'll roll a little bit of treble off, but then I'll roll kind of more bass off. I don't usually use that much gain. I'll run it about halfway, and then what I'll do is I'll kind of increase the output to kick the front of the amp just a little bit more. So I really like that. It's a nice kind of warm, full crunch sound, but it's not overly saturated. You can definitely hear. Like each note is pretty visible and you can hear it really well. I can also run this into the front of my jack preamp pedal. So I have a Victory jack preamp that I run through the through the effects loop of the Duchess, and I'll use that for kind of a crunch tone. So this is the jack on its own. Just kind of a basic crunch tone. But if I use the tilt to kind of drive the front of that, it really kind of makes a very full kind of rhythm tone. So the tilt works great, whether it's into just the clean amp, or whether it's into the a more of a crunchy tone. So let's talk about the boost. So the boost has kind of a lot more, I don't call it complicated, but there's a lot more settings that'll have some significant impact on the overall tone. So if I just kick it in, with the tilt EQ set here, I think this is kind of the most neutral, that it's not affecting the tone as much. I got the boost on about half, and I've got the tight switch on normal. So if I turn that on, you can hear the bass is pretty thick. And you can use the tight switch to drop that down by half. I like it on half, and then I'll roll the tilt EQ back a little bit and actually give a little more boost. It's nice because it's really kicking the overdrive, but it's rolling the treble back so that things don't get too muddy. So you still get a pretty good clear. So I really like that. And you can also use the boost on its own. So if I just, a nice little boost into the clean tone. I can do the same thing into the jack with just the boost. I can have both sides on the jack. You can hear it still retains its clarity. So I hope that's helpful if you're considering this pedal. Like I said, these are the settings that I found work for me. It works really well as kind of just a low gain blues. All the way, you put it in front of another crunch into a very much more aggressive. So for me, it's working out great. If I had one complaint, it's about that you can't control the pedal more remotely. So I use a Boss ES5 pedal switcher, and if you notice, I kind of had to put this on the lower part of my pedal board because I needed more access to be able to kind of kick the boost on and off if I needed it. So I can control from this pedal switcher if I'm going through the pedal or not, but I can't control whether it's on boost is on or off, or the drive is on or off. So if you have something, say like a D&M drive, it's built to be controlled by an external pedal switcher, so you can tweak which side you're using when. The Tilt's isn't going to do that. It's just as one in, one out. So if I had one ask, it'd be nice to have, I don't know, maybe a remote foot switch jack on the side that let you control this remotely, and that way I could use my Boss ES5 to control whether the boost is on or off, or the drive is on or off. And so I could, from my ES5 patches, I could control, hey, I'm going to the jack, and I want the drive off, and I want the boost on, and I want to be able to do all that remotely from the ES5 without having to go kind of step on the tilt. That's my only complaint. But the pedal itself is a good size. Kind of put it down here in the corner of my pedal board, and it's the switches are nice quality, and it's easy to get things on and off. So it's not a huge deal, but it'd be nice to have more of a direct control of that from outside the pedal. So anyway, I hope you found this useful, and thanks for watching.